Chat, how's it going? How you doing? That's a little bit of a different song for a start on today's stream. That is Berta Halija from Turmion Katilok or something like that. What do I play this? This is it's the first song that sounds on Bonnie Kill, which is an old animation. Today from Newgrounds, back in the day from I don't remember. It's a very old animation, 2000s, about a bunny that kills other bunnies. That's it, and it has this song in the background. Not too much into this style of music. That said, I actually like this song quite a lot. There's something about it. Yeah, no, how's it going? Okay, so today we're having a little bit of a different stream. That's not enough light. I need more. That might be too much, but that's fine. You get out of the picture. There you go. Okay, so today we're analyzing a run. No, not you, Odette. I can get in the picture. Today we're doing two things. We're analyzing Ronos bun, and we are gonna be talking about Eternal. But I'm also verifying the run, unless Juiken already did. If he hasn't, then I'll be doing that now. This from Bertalaria. Alright, so this is Bignono's last run. He would beat you to it yet? Yeah. Yeah, it can happen. Okay, I'm gonna extend this a little bit. I know that sucks. Shouldn't be doing. No, actually, never mind. Do I have to do that? It doesn't matter. I'm reading your aspect radio. I'm sorry. And what? Let's leave it. Do this. Just do that. Better. Just one more line here. Beautiful. Okay. Anything else I need to be doing? Okay, this is Bignono's. Here's a run. That's his channel. That's the run. Okay. Follow him. Give a sub. He's great. He runs Yakuza mostly, but he also runs this game. Fellow speedrunner. Fellow friend. Good content. Alright, let's go. Probably gonna have to modify volume. I'm just straight gonna input the volume of Breath of the Wild. That might be a good. If it's too loud, you gotta tell me. It might be actually loud. Yeah, that sounds right. Where is it? There, maybe? That might be alright. Now I'm getting too much light. One issue is I'm too lazy to set the volume for my offline runs, so it balances as if there's narration over it. Okay. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. Okay, everything going normal, yet. 1 second. So I'll be doing commentary and analysis on tricks, mostly. We're still gonna watch the whole thing. Of course. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Bad clock puzzle, yeah. That's fine. We all have bad clock puzzles. It's hard to get it correctly.
That once I could not see.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about this. This is emulator. It's Dolphin. Sadly, Dolphin is about a minute slower. It's not exactly that. It's more like 1 second per minute. So you can do the math. It's like a minute and a half, depending on what's your time. But it's good for accessibility, because everyone can download Dolphin and then suffer with it. But yeah, there's also Japanese version, but it's in English. It's Japanese on English. Because that's faster. It's the same as Korean, which is the faster version, but without having to spend a Korean version. After my next PvE, I'm taking a break and switching to console next time. Nice. Do you have Eternal, like Paul, or are you planning on getting Japanese? Japanese is, by the way, the cheapest copy. For some reason. Nobody understands why. Unless things change on the last years, but it always had been the cheapest one. Anime should be allowed, but it also is ass. Yeah, I think it's. I think your PC is cursed, but I don't know. I mean, you're the first person that suffers this much, I think. That's it. I do agree. Like it definitely sucks that you're losing time. Always. I think it's good for starters. It's good for start before switching. You know, if you can see if you like the game, for example, for a newcomer. We both already like the game, but for a newcomer, let's say, if we can ever convince the Resident Evil community to come and play this game, I won't go to them to like, hey, just buy the game immediately, you know. Some weird issues, but in general, there's a lot of annoying input lag and drops. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just... Well, to be fair, I haven't run on emulator. I only practice on emulator, and practice has been totally fine. But yeah, to see the lag drops and all that, yeah, I would have to be running, honestly, because then there's OBS too, sucking memory from the computer. Okay, so this is the first thing. You succeed here. You succeeded. You move the thing twice. That's fine. So one little thing here. Do the movement faster. Looking at the input controller, I think that's too slow. That's just my guess. Maybe it's fine, and maybe it's just how the thing shows it. You circle. So you're going. Where's my controller? Here. Okay, so we're going up, left. We circle relatively fast to down right, and then we return to neutral. That is a relatively fast sequence. I think faster than it looks on the input display, but maybe you are actually doing it faster in real life. I don't know. This is why I always give this shit as reference, because it shows the speed.
Always be at your side.
Come on, it's really that fast? Yeah. There you go. It's really fast. I mean, it's not really fast, but it has a timing to it. But that's the timing you need to nail down, and then you're gonna get just like that. I used to sneak there, so maybe it's a leftover bad habit. It could be. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to sneak here. Yeah. Yeah. When you sneak, you do it slower. Yeah. On this one is I think it's faster than it looks on the input display. Now, to be sure, to be fair, you got it here. It's just that the probability of getting it with this speed is way smaller, and I think that's why you were saying this trick is so hard, because it's not really that hard. And that's because when you get the speed. Okay? So just that. Just a small adjustment. This is one of those tricks that save like 0.5 seconds, so it's whatever. It's harder than teleporter. Okay.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I.
Yeah, so alien pies are what we called. You could call them the auto scrollers. A little bit. There's not a lot of difficult shit, except for this maybe trick right here. Probably the most complicated. Warm up, yep. There's definitely some nuance to sneaking. But overall, it's like very simple chapters. Alright, there's no need to move here, by the way. Once you move to the side here, you can go straight. There, you can just keep going straight. Because you already moved for the trap. I'm getting a lot of reflection from the window. I had some runs where the dark got me because I moved too little. I see. That's fine. If you feel comfortable with that movement, then it's fine. We're probably talking about like 0.1 seconds, so nothing important. There's an alternative there. You can do this with speed storage instead. It doesn't really change a whole lot. Again, one of those things that also saves like 0.1 seconds probably. Because speed storage is faster than doing a sneak. The timing is different though. That's so Just as a commentary. Doesn't really matter, I just wanted to point out. So now we get to the sneaking part. There's like tiny sneaks here and there. There's a bigger sneak here. And then the big one on the stairs. We have all this map out. Yeah, sadly, the cutscene, even though the cutscene restores your stats, you're still tired for a little bit after the cutscene. So like in the idealist scenario, you don't want to be tired before the cutscene, just almost tired, but it's hard to control. It usually comes to micromanagement and like it's hard. Like I still get tired all the time. The poll? No, it's the cutscene. It's the cutscene. It's not the poll. It just takes a little bit to happen because you're already on the tired state, but your stamina is full right after the cutscene. Surprising how little getting tired with Elia loses you. Yeah. The thing is, if you don't get tired, you're sneaking more on some places. The movement can be optimized around that. The real optimization is doing sneaks on loading zones. There's a small balance. Like here, for example, like the real optimal thing is to be tired just as you get to it. That means you run as much as you could and sneak as little as possible. I do some of that if you look at the input display. Okay, nice. So this right here is suboptimal technically. But probably not by a whole lot. Like, it's only important if you sneak like an extra second. Then you're losing time, probably. Now, if you sneak less than what you should, then you're running slow at the end, and then it's also so it's a complicated balance. So, question: do you walk, or do you run? When you try to get this thing, do you walk to the sword, or do you run to it?
From my research, it is apparent that the endeavors...
Run? Try walking. I feel like this thing... Should I walk? The thing is, this pickup, this is the longest, this is the hardest, and the longest pickup in the game. Insta pickup. It's super... It actually saves like a second. So, my take is... You can lose a little bit of time on adjustment and still save time if you get it consistently. So what I do is I run until like here, and then I start not just walking, but like adjusting rapidly. Now Not sure if that's on the run. Scarlet, please. Scarlet. There. So I'm having nano mistakes. There. So I go to like the middle of it. Here I overrun it a little bit. You run to like the middle of it, and then you micro adjust a lot while pressing A. I mean B. While matching B. So you will get it eventually. And you will get the thingy. You will increase your chances. You won't save like an entire second. You would save like 0.8, but you will get a consistent 0.8. You can actually hear the controller. Nano mistakes. That is me like rapidly tapping, walking like that. And yeah, this is like the only place where it's like
From my research,
worth it to do that, because it's like it's the biggest fast pickup in the game. The camera run is really slow. You're your PC so you can take notes. Nice. Yo, it should be that. I see double 4 Janes.
What happened? This devil's work. We should get out of here.
You have proven what we have feared the most.
Yeah, I was showing my run to show some of the things of the trick. Now this is Bignono's run. This right here. Lattice PV out of the oven. First submitted ED run of 2023. There you go. Thanks for that. So Anthony has a little bit of a slow start, but then he goes to some tricks quickly. And it's the first like hard chapter. It's a big reset point. Okay, that's good positioning. You're not going to the corner, which is good. Because with that you can get auto cancels sometimes. It's kind of out of your control because it depends on the zombie, but you gamble on it. That's good. Okay. Do you do skip or not? Okay. I know you love this trick. I lost a run recently to a huge brain fire where I burned 2 zombies and ran to the door. I see. Maybe it's just Nano from the future. From the far future. Because technically, the most optimal strat is to don't get the sword. And then do Insanity Warp on Paul. Which is one of the hardest tricks in the game. That is not on a run because it's so insane. It's on the name. Okay. But I didn't get the orange part. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, just brain fart. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Well, technically you can still do it. You can still do urn skip with breaking the blue urn, but you won't get mix, and that's a problem. That's the real problem. Okay, I know you like this trick. Now I'm gonna tell you this straight to the face. You're losing time with this. That's it. Because you like it, I'm gonna tell you how to do it correctly. So you don't lose time anymore. And you just be tight. Because this is a swag trick. It saves 0.1 seconds when you do it correctly. Doing it correctly means you are almost TIS. So humans are tight. I am tight when I do it. I don't save time with it either. Okay? So the idea is that you don't lose time here. If you don't mix in the chapter, you can never get mix later. Yep. Mix is, you get mix on the mix tutorial. And you can only get mix tutorial when you get the 2 pieces. So, first thing, don't sneak at the beginning here. Just hold your direction. Never sneak here. You're losing time. Every fraction of a second is very important here for the movement of the zombie. You cannot lose any time. Don't sneak. Just run. Then this line is too open. You need to get a closer line to the zombie and adjust at the last moment so it doesn't hit you. You're going too open here. You need to go closer. Just a little bit closer. You don't go to this corner. You go to the other corner of the door. Because from this corner, you're very likely to hit the door instead of the zombie. Which I've seen in your runs. And that's when you fail it. And when you fail it, by the way, you're losing a big chunk of time. Not just the time you're losing for doing the trick. But an extra one because you have to come back. So use the other corner of the door. And you do a quick turnaround and attack immediately and all that. Let me see if I can show that. Wait, no, this is Korean. Sega. What do you mean Sega? No. Chances are I have it on my run. I just stop closing this shit because we're using it. And getting that there. On the third one, if you're wondering where we're getting this stuff, we're getting 2 of them because we need mix. We never repair these things. We do urn skip. Okay, so it's a little bit more open and then you switch. I mean a little bit more close. And then you go away from the zombie. If the zombie attacks you, you just kill it. Okay? You're still probably tight and not losing time if you just kill it. If it attacks you. Okay? So if it attacks you here, because you're too close, you just kill it. Kill it from the front. If you're killing from the front, you're not losing time. Anytime. Okay? Remember that. That's important. If you kill it from the back, you're losing time because the animation is too slow. So then so this side, not even the corner. Just so you get the open door prompt. Okay? So it's close to the corner, but not even the corner. Beginning then. And then hopefully attack faster than I did here. I'm probably losing time here, like 0 point something. And because this is swag. But the idea is that you lose as little as possible, or don't do it, okay? If you really like the swag, we need to do it correctly, okay? Yo, Jelly, how's it going? I like your strat here. The way they make it consistent. You can hit this guy twice. I don't. So this is okay. So take this with a grain of salt. In my experience, so Source says 3 times is better. I say 2 times is better. Like do 2 attacks instead of 1 here. In my experience, the zombie advances more, like faster when you hit it than when it doesn't. By the way, is it just me or this way is easier in Japanese? I think he started moving faster. Could be. Like at first read, that sounds like confirmation bias, but you might be right. You might totally be right because you spended more time with the other version. To be fair, I also spent more time with the other version, but I just never paid attention to my succeed rate on this thing. Or rather, not my succeed rate, but like how fast the zombie turns around. There is RNG to it, but there is a chance the AI is slightly different.
You have come to return my...
It's one of the things we still don't know, like when enemies decide to turn around faster or not. I found it almost impossible to fail. I mean, if we're just talking about succeed rate, I think you just got better at the game. Honestly. If we're talking about faster turnarounds, it could be Japanese. The more I hit him, the more he staggers. Yeah, but it also... Oh, I see. I see what you mean. You might be right. You might be right. That might be a thing that needs more research. That might be a thing that needs more research. I might time that and see what's up with that. So just keep your strat. Okay. Okay, you don't need to turn around here. You can sneak. You hold sneak. Once you ask you about this part. Okay. Okay. You hold sneak. And then press B. The door will appear in front of you. You don't need to turn around. Okay. TZRF. What is TZRF? Is one of those that I to cock right in front. Doesn't say as a lot of interesting stuff for this game. Oh, is that a wait? The cutting room floor. The cutting room floor. Yeah, it doesn't say that much. But it has some interesting stuff. We actually got from the cutting room. We got some of the variables for the demo that we use for hacking. So it has a fair amount. The cock right in front. Yeah, so there's this room is very weird. There's basically two door prompts. One right in the door and one a little bit farther from the door. The one farther from the door always works. The one right at the door doesn't work immediately. So if you match B, it doesn't do anything because it has some kind of cooldown or whatever. That's why we turn around, so we don't press it immediately. But the thing is, we can just press the other one. So you sneak a little bit here, just like holding down, and then you'll eventually see B. So it's like you cannot match B because otherwise you're gonna deactivate the prompt. But you can sneak a little bit and then start matching B. And you're gonna get it, okay? Again, micro adjustment. It's not a whole lot. Here, you can walk on the other side of the zombie. I actually saw that in your run, but I think it used to not work for me. Because I would attack the door. What do you mean? You just press B, you don't attack the door. Or you mean like you have that on your muscle memory? Yeah, on all these doors you don't attack because there is... You don't have an animation on the next... Yeah, okay, that's correct. You don't attack. And in here you also don't attack. Makes the movement there a bit different. Really? Huh. Interesting. Really? Because in my... I thought there is none that... Because here, for example, you're looking front. Because you can't close this door. I just fucked up, which is a possibility. Could be. I tried multiple times. We can take a look at it.
Deep.
Oh my god, that's loud. Gym, GIM, or skip. Deep. Or skip. Yeah, I have like several audio adjustments here. We're probably gonna be seeing this on silence. Pull 2 beats in silence. Okay, get rid of my muscle memory. Don't attack those. There. So, well, I'm attacking here. I shouldn't. Hold. So, when the B prompt disappears, you can start matching B. Here, you keep sneaking, then match B. Because the next prompt is the one that works. That said, all of this probably doesn't matter because, well, I mean, this is up to you. So you are probably at the level where you are. Okay, actually, hang on 1 second. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, because it's easier to talk about this after we see your horoscope. Oh yeah, but this is important. The other side of this zombie, okay? The zombie will attack you and will give you enough space. You know, here on the right side, you have enough space to walk here. Why this is important? It's such a small thing. Again, it might be another like 0.2, but if you ever do Roberto skip, you want this. You cannot allow to take this path on Roberto skip, okay? Because you're gonna hit a B prompt that will get rid of your GIM. Okay? Okay. So here's an exercise you could do if you want. It's up to you. You go into DME to get super safe. That's fine. It's still even here, as long as you don't have retries. You know, you like first try storage, and you know, even if it's kind of slow or safe, If it's still first try, I think you're still fine. So go to the ME. So what is the things that will happen? You need to you want to see the sanity variable, okay? So I don't know. So let me see if I remember this correctly. So hello, DME, why are you doing that? Sanity effects. So I believe before earn skip, what happens is, so on the sanity variable, which is the sanity effect, or no, not sanity effect, next effect. Around here, I believe you're gonna see bleeding walls. Okay. So bleeding walls is gonna keep you here. And then after this, I wanna see like, yeah, okay. So bleeding walls gets cancelled here. Is it here or here? Maybe it's here. I don't remember exactly where, but bleeding walls will get cancelled because of one of the cutscenes or something like that. It's probably because of the guy cutscene. So that gives you a free minute, I believe, but I don't remember where the counter, the timer resets. Like if it resets to 0 or something else. That's the thing, because of bleeding walls, because bleeding walls is weird. So if it resets to 0, you have about a minute. You have until 3,100, I believe it is. I don't remember. You need to double check on that. But there's basically like it gets to a certain point, and then it gives you a sanity effect. So that's the time you have from here until you get to the very last room. Okay. We extend that timer by doing upside down. So here what we do is we have the minute from here. So it's almost impossible to get another sanity effect. You need to fail a lot with this. Now, I think you are at the level where you can do enchant here. And so you enchant the Scram Axe. That way you don't have to equip it. So it is actually a time save. With that, so the exercise you could do if you want is you do enchant, you take a look at the variable, you do horror skip, and right after doing horror skip, so around here, take a look at the variable. See how close you are to the next effect. Okay? If you're super close, then maybe don't do the strat. If you have enough time, then you could try just doing it. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can always adjust. If you get a feeling of how fast you are and start getting like an intuition of when you go slower, you can do enchant instead of upside down. And then, again, with your intuition, your new intuition and your new knowledge, oh, I don't know, horror skip was too slow. Then you can just do another enchant here. So here, right here, where you are, you do an enchant, and you cancel it on the first run, first rune, kind of like on, like the dispel on upside down room on Lindsay. Okay, so you cast one rune and then you start running. That will cancel the enchant. I will cancel a sanity effect on the next room. Okay. There, break an arm or a head. Never do an on-target attack because it's too slow. You cannot attack cancels on-target attacks. Okay, so either break the head or break an arm. I always do both cancels, still save quite a bit of time. No, both cancels are tight because it's an extra boss. Bosses are expensive. It might actually be slower by a tiny bit amount. But you can do that anyways. While you know, get better and then eventually get rid of the second enchant, you know? Like the upside down strat. Again, they're probably tied. I can't really tell which one is faster. I mean, it's faster just one enchant, obviously, but I mean, compared to 2 enchants. But really the upside down is there as an amateur strat or a I don't want to think too much strat. Like, I even do it sometimes, for example. In my case, because of reverter skip, I have less time, but yeah, like, if you wanna worry less, it's just there.
Modern psychology of...
So it's always up to the runner. That's the thing about this game. We can say a whole lot of things, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that are up to the runner. Because they're pretty much tied. I'm just throwing the options there. Ooh, you got damage? You got damage here. Okay. What happened here? I think you can match A here. Can you? I don't remember. Let me see your inputs. Yeah, just unlucky, I guess. You can time this right so you'd never get that damage. It's not that important, but it can make the rest of... It can make some things harder. Because you have less sanity. I think it fucks with my muscle memory too much into a slide. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. No, timing is right there. I time there as well. So Kareem is the other big reset point of the run on early game. Okay, so things here. There's a lot of doors that you can open from farther away. Okay, this door can be opened for farther away, and all this is very beneficial for you because you want to save as much in-game time as possible. Okay, so go to the lab, see from how far you can open doors. Okay. Okay. Let me see if my of Alex. Is it? Yeah, I'm still looking. Yeah. Okay. So in this example of my run, I am not moving after the third attack because I already have a pretty good position. Okay, I'm like 45 angles. If we say like the angle 0 is right at the back of the horror, I'm like 45 or minus 45, you know, on from the horror. So from there I do back attacks, and then for the last attack I wait a tiny bit because I'm basically what I'm doing here. It doesn't look like it, but I'm waiting for a reaction. There's a reaction strat here. I react to whether the horror turns around immediately or not. Here, I saw it turn around immediately, so I didn't move, and I just did the last attack. Now, sometimes the horror takes a lot to turn around, and sometimes your angle is more close to 0 compared to the back of the horror. In those cases, you actually want to walk towards where the horror will turn around. Okay? So horror is looking this way, you're like around here. If the horror doesn't turn around immediately, you start walking here until he turns around. Okay? That way, you're gonna be able to hit it from the front before, instead of waiting here all the time and then it turns around. All this. This is very important. It's extremely important because we need every single time, like every single amount of in-game time we need. Okay? That's gonna give you an edge. Also, okay, but there is a caveat as well. You cannot. Okay, so here's the horror looking down. Here's you. You cannot. If the horror doesn't move at all, you don't go all the way here. Okay, you wanna be at most 45. Okay, even if it doesn't move, you don't wanna walk more than this. Okay, because if you walk here and it attacks here, when you're doing the chakram down here, if it screams, your probability of chakram hitting is lower. If it's looking directly at you, you want it to be on 45 on the side or on the back, but not on the front. Okay? Because the front has the lowest amount of hit percent. So there's a lot of details, but yeah. Halfway, yeah. Meeting halfway. It's a good way. And there is adjustments you need to do depending on how much back you are from the horror. So coming back to your run. Yeah, so because of the... okay, so you could try a couple times, do this without sneak. Just quick turnaround into targeting. Just try it a couple times. See if you like it. If you don't like it, then come back to sneak, because there's muscle memory, and it's better to get consistent with one strat, okay? But try it a couple times, see how you're doing, because we don't really need sneak here, and that makes it a little bit slower, but again, up to you. You also usually get better angles without sneak. Like on the dash stat you pick up, I don't remember. Maybe. Probably yes. Yeah, because here, for example, you have a 0 angle. Okay, you are completely aligned with the back of the horror, which means you're gonna have to do a bigger arc later. So here, yeah, midway, half. Instead of waiting all the time there, walk a little bit down. Okay? Yeah, so actually, if I remember correctly, the 0 angle and the 180 are the ones that have the least amount of hit percent on the chakram because of the angle of the horror. It's kind of weird. So that might be also an explanation of why sometimes your chakram fails. So here there's a late roar. And here's the thing. Even if you get an early roar, with better movement, it will happen way less. This will be more common if you adjust these micromanagement things, and you will be almost always like here. You got a little bit of a late roar, so this works. But with some adjustments, you can get it to pretty much always work. Okay. Very good line there. So the attack here is optional, but it's actually good. This attack doesn't do anything, right? Because you're gonna be reset. But it actually does something. It actually is better to attack because you make the trapper more mad, and there is a chance you activate it on the next part, and that's actually good. Activating the trapper is actually good, like right at the last time, even though it's scary. I know, but that's the only reason for that attack. If you want to do it.
This isn't really happening.
Now, sometimes it still doesn't explode. It's not really up to you. It's up to the trapper. Okay. When you are scrolling here, instead of a single press down, which is what you're doing here, and that's why scrolling slow, you scroll, you hold a little bit, just a little bit, until it's on the thing, and then on hold. That's gonna make it scroll faster. Just as far as you don't go, down too much into the next cutscene. Okay, the things are right here. Do you sneak here? Is why your sneak? It is. Yeah, okay. That's a good call. That's always a good call. Yeah. Not just for the turn. It actually helps with the trapper, not insta-exploding. So, yeah. If the trapper's alive, it's always a good call to sneak. Okay, you want to change your angle here. It's not on this run, but on the last attempt, I made an adjustment on this fight. I'm super proud of. Oh, okay. Which one? Because if this works for you, then I probably don't need to do commentary on it. Could send you a clip. Okay. There's some small things here that you can take with a grain of salt. It's better to attack this from below. Okay? Attacking from above, you have a way bigger chance. I think this angle is exactly what's screwing me. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, because I've seen it in your runs. But sometimes I can't really comment everything in your chat because it's hard to pinpoint things just talking. And I also don't want to distract you from runs. Oh, I can't wait to get lag and lose all my time save. Yes, show me the flesh of the book. Okay, so here you have a lot of time. DM you the clip? Okay. You have a lot of time to adjust. So you use that time to adjust. Micro adjustments. You want to be close to the barrier but facing the other way. This way, you will never hit the barrier. 0%. Over and over. And you will hit both zombies like that. Okay? Because if you attack it from the other side, like you do on your run, you might sometimes hit the barrier if your micro spacing is a little bit off. Okay? Now, this still looks good. So, if that works for you, it's fine. Another small thing. Here, let me see. Let me actually remember, because maybe I'm misremembering things. Yeah, okay. So here, you can do the recovery as soon as possible. I don't remember if you can do it immediately after attacking the zombie. Maybe not. Maybe you want to advance a little bit. But you want to be doing this, like, soon. Like, sooner than here. Because this way, you have more time for the second recovery. Okay? Not to worry about hitting the barrier, but the angle is a real issue. Okay, both things, you should be worried about both. Okay? Because hitting the barrier will make you lose time. And HP. So you should be worried about both. Okay? The angle is the real issue. Okay. You can use this one as a reference. You see, I'm taking a lot of time to micro adjust here. And the thing is, it's because you have a lot of time. So it's pretty much the same place. Well, it's not really the same place, but the thing is, you kill this zombie, and then you get close to the barrier, and then turn around a little bit. And this should work. There's different angles. There's a lot of angles that work from here, by the way. Like, it doesn't have to be this one. Okay. So do first recovery a little bit earlier. Here. The hitbox is massive, yeah. Okay. Very good. Wonderful. Pretty much a perfect one. Use web Discord. If I'm not talking with someone, yes. I don't like having Discord open at all times. And it's faster to open web. How do I capture this shit? Maybe like this. I think this shows only the important part of my screen. Okay, so where is this? You attack the zombies. Okay, yeah, so that's normal. And then after this is the same, right? Okay, if you like this and this works for you, you can use it. It's slower though. That's the only bad part.
Curry.
Oh, an adjustment. Okay, never mind. I thought adjustment in the sense of like new route. Because I couldn't get away from the zombies. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, then that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud as well. Good save. Yeah, you were stuck. Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, with time, like that it's a good measure, I think, of the experience of runners. See how they adjust to fight behind the barrier, because fight behind the barrier can go really wrong. And unless you are like some minutes below 130, you usually don't need to reset there.
I will not argue that I was shocked by the sudden mention.
Okay, you can open that door from farther away. A little bit farther away. Yeah. That's very good. Reacting to a bad angle. Committing to it, always better than trying to make a bad angle work. We got a runner. I can't tell all that well when the auto would work, but I can tell when one definitely won. Yeah. Yeah. I think me as well. It's like, you know, when you have a good candidate. You can't really tell if it's gonna work, but it looks like a good candidate. So I'll try for it. Okay, my favorite part of Max incoming. Yeah, it's one of the more dynamic menus. With the follow free gas, yeah. It's great. Yeah, so this is a pretty smooth Max. What luck did you got in the Guardian? Not that good. Up until it was right, gets them on insanely luck on every run. Okay. Let's see. Shoot here. Okay. On a good visual cue, I think you can shoot almost right after the line, but that's a little bit risky. A good visual cue is the so you can there's like these thingies in the bridge. So this spike thingies. So it's like 1, 2. 2 is the big one, the biggest one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot on the 4th. You're shooting on the 5th. Shoot on the 4th. Okay? You wanna shoot as fast as possible, right? So this will make your shoot faster. Oh boy. Oh boy, that stinks. Wow. Like, not even the distance is so bad. What is bad is it actually took a lot of time to materialize. Oh boy. Whoa. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, nothing we can do about that. Sadly, maybe one day we'll find a way to control that. Like it probably depends on global timer, but there's no way to control that. That's like, you know, frame stuff. There was a couple candidates for strat on that fight. There was one where you had to hit a frame perfect cancel, and like a moving cutscene and fight two guardians because they like two guardians will spawn and you need to fight like one and kill one while the other was like teleporting. But it ended up being like a little bit slower or tight and way too hard to contest the normal strat. None of them were faster, sadly. It was fun. I actually did it on a couple runs for a little bit while we thought it was like a second faster, but then I retimed and it wasn't. It's a fun strat. Can be used as swag, I guess, if you don't care about the run. But yeah, I wonder. Wait, give me a second. Let's see, Chakram, Bronzedor, Precast. Max setup, how skip faster, Zombie, Kareem, Boiler, Trapper, Michael, Vine, no. Basement Warp. Yeah. So if it is on a run, it's on the... It could be on one of these two runs, on the 31 or the 30, I guess. It's probably not on the first Freecast one. Like, I did it on runs. I don't know if I did it on finish ones. Or like on PVs, actually. Maybe not. It's definitely somewhere. Very good. But yeah, the part that really sucks is that whatever we did, there was no way to damage the Guardian before the cutscene started. Or finished, rather. That was the bad part. And so at the end, we still needed to watch the cutscene. And that was the big bummer. Let me take a look at your controller. You can... I think you can... Okay. What happened? Yeah, okay. The enchant was too early. Stop moving stick? Could be. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, the enchant looked a little bit early. As well. Which means you have less time to do the thingy. Okay. So here's something. For the next time you fuck this up, if it happens again, you don't need to sneak. I had a wide turn into the statue. Oh, I see. You don't need to sneak because one of the things about this cutscene is you recover your stamina. Okay? Or rather, no, you don't recover your stamina. No. It's that you recover your stamina. It doesn't give you your stamina back. But instead what's going on is... What is it? I don't remember, but there's something with stamina. You don't need to sneak, that's the thing. that's I don't remember why. Maybe it just gives you your stamina back. But the thing is, we only sneak when we do the trick. Okay. I need you to tell me why you do this. Because I always see you doing this. Waiting a lot for this shot. You don't need any sneak. You might need to sneak before this. Like right here. At the end, maybe you need a little bit of sneak. I think. Now, double check that. Because memory is fragile, okay? So double check. Like, try one without doing... or fail it on purpose. And see how your stamina behaves. I'm matching. No, you're not. Yes? B? Okay, is B your A? I did not know that. What are your inputs? Or maybe I did know this. Oh, okay, you're matching, but you're not targeting, are you? That's the problem. You're doing an on-target attack. Which for guns, it auto-targets. And auto-targets are one of the slowest ways of attacking in this game. Yeah. You don't want to auto-target. You want to target manually. And that way, you're going to shoot almost immediately. Now, there is a caveat to this. There is a little caveat. So, this actually... there's a similar thing with Peter. When we get there, we can talk about it. But basically, sometimes... So, auto-target make this work all the time, but it's really, really slow. Now, manual targeting, if you do it immediately... can also fuck you up, because sometimes you do sort of an on-target target attack, targeting nothing, and this actually happens with Peter sometimes on one of the trappers, where if you just target too fast or something and attack immediately, it doesn't attack the trapper. So there is a little adjustment to this to make it always work, which is you do a micro spacing. So right before, when you enter the thing, right before targeting, you move a tiny bit, like the tiniest bit. Okay, so you can be running. You move a tiny bit and then target. Like tiny bit. Sometimes it doesn't even move the character, but it registers the input. Okay? And then after that, you do the thingy. And that will make it work pretty much always.
There it is.
Remember me?
Okay, so your speed here should look like this. You see, I actually move a tiny bit. You can both hear the controller and even see Lindsay moving the tiniest bit. That's just so the target attack never fails. There you go. Okay. And we want to do the same on Peter later. It's on the third trapper of Peter. When we get to it, you will see. Okay. Yeah, it's alright. You can probably sneak less here, You can probably sneak until this line on the floor. There. You probably don't need more than that. Okay? Yeah, your menu is getting pretty good. You do it differently than me. Because you use scrolls to switch spells. I use B. Both when master, I think they're the same. Just slightly different muscle memory. Yeah, here there's a way to skip this error cutscene, but we won't even talk about it because it means memorizing a lot of patterns for the later part. Because not having this error cutscene means you don't have the 3 minute without sanity effects, which means we need to manip.
Can't be happening. No, what are you? Get away from me.
There you go. Just a tiny speed storage makes that work. All right, there goes the hardest chapter. Yeah, how escape is scary. The thing is, it's just like it's like a different distribution of difficulty. Lindsay is hard all the way through. Except for the very end, maybe. The very end is chill once you understand how sanity money works, which takes a while for new runners.
In Europe, during the time of the
Is this
Inquisition,
Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Yes. I kept watching Code Lyoko, and I'm in love with the series. So fun. Yancy started sprinkling in recovering cancels, not just for room transitions. Yeah, that's good. That's a good habit. As long as you don't need to manage magic, because that saves you from like TV shut off, which is the only one that can lose time. All the others are fine, but that one can make you lose time. So on long rooms like Mantork, for example, you actually want to do a recovery cancel on the middle. Any room that takes more than 10 seconds. Force attack, yeah, that one too. Yeah. And technically, there's one more. At the camera. One of the rarest side effects out there. Never seen it in a run, I think. Only in casual play. It's really cool. I hope I would really like if it would happen more often. Probably not a lot of people have seen it even. Because a lot of things need to align. Like, I think I only seen it with Alex, actually. And she needs to have her revolver equipped. Why is Insanity Warp so hard? It will make this thing shorter. The thing that really sucks about Insanity Warp is that it also changes max. We actually need to do an extra save on max to do summon GIM. And it's kinda awful. The way we need to kill the horror and all that, it really sucks. Everything's smooth. Very scared of that, huh? It's alright. I've been scared of that as well. I have a visual cue because I have a smaller once beaten twice. Yeah. I have a screen visual cue, which is the end of the screen, but it only works for my aspect ratio, sadly. So there's a thing here you can do. It's up to you, but basically, I see you walking here. I assume that's because you're scared of the trapper. Sometimes the trapper walks into you. You can run and do a speed storage to react for the trapper instead of walking. But it can be scared. If you don't see the trapper right away, by the way, here, like if you don't see it by now, it won't catch you. Okay? So from here, there's nothing to worry about. If you haven't seen it until now, it's already dead. Okay? Because the only trapper that can catch you is the red one. And only when it walks towards you. Is it a red one? Well, I don't remember, but it's only one. The one that you can see almost right away. Good reaction. Yeah, but at least you reacted well. You don't do an extra anim cancel. Because you waited for the electricity. Overall, it's fine. Skipping the sanity damage. That sometimes happens. Sometimes attack, like the attack state of zombies cancel their vision damage. And it happens sometimes on that specific zombie. Very good hallways. Gare, you wake up. Come here. Come here. Come around.
Who suspected Augustine all along.
Okay, so just the last part. The hardest one. I don't actually remember why I do my first one. I had the feeling that I do it earlier. End of the carpet? She doesn't even remember. So, there. Yeah, it's the end of this carpet. Yeah, end of the carpet. So, there. Of this one. That'll give you... That'll probably give you an edge. Like, a little bit more magic than the other one. Yeah, your magic looks slightly low here. Which is fine. It's still in the range. Just in case you get attacked by Bone Thief. Okay, you can move the stick here. Press B. Wait until detail. Move the stick on detail.
You are a clever man.
Also, another thing, I think I've seen it on your runs on the input display. I might be wrong. That's a cool time. Yeah. When you get grabbed by bone thieves, it might be like out of spite. I know it, but just in case, don't match buttons. Just move the sticks, because I've seen it that sometimes you match B, and that's why you get the weird B prompt, and then things go even more to hell. So I know it could be out of spite, like, oh fuck this game and all that, but try to get it out of your system. Because the stick is the only thing that does something. Yeah. For some big routes as well. I think the release even gets buffered. Like, I think you can do like two spins on the thing, and then you stop doing it, and your character will eventually ungrab. I don't remember. Okay, that's pretty much a top level Paul, by the way. The only thing that went a little bit wrong was the horror. Apart from that, that's top level Paul. So, yeah, pretty good. Insects. Where are we getting insects? What happened here? No money there. Got lucky. I see. This level of play will not persist for long. Aw. You got this though. That's hard. That's a hard trick.
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors.
Gare. But yeah, Roberto without 5 circle. It's actually complicated. I'm glad I never had to do this. At that point, I remember really thinking if I should go for that trick, and eventually my brain decided to go for it. Yeah, I see. Okay, we got vision. That means manips. Okay, there you walk immediately. Okay? As soon as the thing is completed, you start walking. If you're scared, then cast it a little bit before. Okay? Never wait for the trappers to die. They won't explode in your face. And if they ever do, then cast it before. Like a little bit before. You still don't want to cast it at the beginning of the room, by the way. That's true, because we need stamina. Roberti Bianco. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3. No more. No. Just 3. 4 maybe. Not 7. Okay? Practice that. You're on the level. I'm extremely chicken here. No, it's fine. Practice it more so it becomes second nature. So even if you're chicken, it will just come out.
This isn't really happening.
Thing is, you do it on the way back. So, okay, so to be fair, since you did 7, you didn't need it on the way back. So, this is kind of fine, honestly. Like, I didn't know this. I didn't know that if you do it so much, you don't have to do it on the way back. So it ended up being fine. So never mind. That's interesting. What was that? Oh, without manip here. Remember, no manips after Edward. We have 3 minutes. What's your Honda run after this? I realized my problem, which is indeed a problem, very shortly. Okay. Okay, 2 things. First, when you do anim cancel here, you don't need to equip unequip. You can just equip. That does anim cancel. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, it doesn't matter because you can punch these guys. You don't need a torch here. You can just punch them. The range is a little bit shorter. You need to get slightly closer, but you can just punch them. Okay, torch is not needed. And then you start using manips again after getting back from electricity corridor. No, manips don't come out until the end of the chapter. Manips start. I'll tell you when they start, when we get there. Okay. Yeah, it's also a little bit of muscle memory. Yeah. So that lack of magic is because of the manips. Roberto doesn't have any magic, so the management is hard. You probably have enough here. Okay, so here you have to cast a pull here. If you don't get enough magic, you cast a pull at the beginning of this room. You never run here because you're gonna, like, he's already breathing. Okay, I know this is part of the show, but I still prefer to say it. Okay, just in case it happens again. You cast pull at the beginning of here. Yeah, never after, because you also need to waste the magic you have, so you can actually get the no magic messages. Here you're gonna get a couple, and then you're gonna waste all your magic, and now you won't have magic for another pull. And here, every time he gets animation, you anim cancel. Again, as a backup. There, anim cancel. Okay, here is probably better to keep running. So here's the backup. You keep running. Because stamina doesn't matter. You're gonna have to cast a pull anyways. Okay? And you don't do Kareem skip. Just that. That's the backup. Yeah, there's a massive time loss because of this walking. Ooh, okay. I see. Yeah. Okay. When you get this can't happen on a run. So you need to know this. When you get this sanity effect, transition door twice or thrice, the zombie will die and it will cancel the thing. Don't attack, don't do any of that. Just match B. Yeah, you're losing so much time here because of not knowing that. Because you are running the timer of the effect, which is massive. You want to cancel the effect, and for that you need to transition on a door. So just match B on a door, transition several times between the thing. I think it's 2 or 3 times. The zombie will die on like the 3rd transition. Like that.
This isn't really happening.
Yeah, boy, your next run, your next PV should be a 33. With this. Okay. If something doesn't work, you don't do it. You don't overdo the things that don't work. Don't kill a man that is killed. Remember that. That's like rule number 1 of Eternal Darkness. A lot of strats don't save time and make you lose time if you don't branch out of them. And we have so many specific techniques that we need to remember that we need to branch out sometimes. At least at what level we are as a community. Because my war record still has a minute to save. So we still need to play like Minecraft speedrunners and branch out of strats. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's painful. My brain's fight or flight defaults to fight way too often. Yeah, no, I see. It happens. It happens. Okay, so manips start here. If everything goes correctly, oh wait, so you are doing, okay, since you're doing, let me think. Yeah, because you don't have 5 circle. Okay, so the adjustment would be probably a little bit different. Okay, I suggest you start maniping here. Right before this room. Here's your first manip. When leaving Karim, yeah. Okay. Then pay attention to this Reaper. This Reaper should be targeting the zombie. Okay? If it's targeting the zombie, that means it's not gonna look at you. If it's not gonna look at you, you cast a pull here. Okay? The Reaper won't cancel it because it's not looking at you. Why here? Because you wanna... There's a cooldown between the pull and your next manip. Okay? So you want that cooldown to be enough so you can do a Rico here. Okay? Now, if the Reaper is looking at you, the adjustment is you keep running. You might run out of stamina here, but it doesn't matter. It's a time loss that you're gonna take. It's better than being cancelled by the Reaper. You do a manip here, and then you do the pull right away on the next room. Okay? Right here. And that gives you just enough time to do another manip on this door. Okay?
This isn't really happening.
Fly. You need to fly. Here you go straight from the scroll into this little seam where the staff is, or the light, whatever that is. And then when you get there, you wiggle a little bit towards it, and Roberto will go above it. Yeah. So the trick for that is the wiggle. The wiggle is the magic, because at first, if you just try to go for it, it will look pretty hard. I don't even know where I did my last handle. Oh, this is long ago. Holy shit. $153, I believe. No? No? Really? Oh, it's a 51. Holy shit, this run is good. Wow, that's insane. I didn't even know that. You survived death. Yeah, so for example here, I wasn't completely sure about the angle of the Reaper. Want to do a Hando to Winamp console? Hando is a very good category. I super recommend it. Or here, I probably was scared. And so I decided to not do a pull here. Because sometimes the Reaper can look at you. So I'm willing to lose a tiny bit of time by being tired here. Manip. And then pull here. That's like the safe strat. That never fails. You just lose a tiny bit on running. Okay? Yeah, so here comes. Gotta grab my spell right here. Okay, so here I need to grab the spell, but it doesn't matter. You can do a better line than mine because you don't need the spell. Go over this. So there, you need to wiggle a tiny bit. Like, you're not just holding a direction, you're holding a direction and making, like, tiny, like, stimulations to the controller, okay? That makes it easier. A little bit. Saves a tiny bit of time. Stimulate your controller. Okay, so sometimes if you wanna default to play safe, yeah. The good thing is you got this one. This one is a pretty good one. It's one of the shortest one. It's the enemy insta-kill. That one, it's a great one to get because it's faster. If you wanna default to safe at any point, if you are like either peace or you wanna be safe and all that, a habit to have is right after the pull. This is full choke now? Yeah, I know. But for the next choke, just keep it in your brain. You do a pull here. That means your magic is very low. So here, instead of doing manips, you just, while running, you match down until you get a no magic message with sanity recover. And then you don't need to care anymore. Okay? You just don't care anymore. You're only gonna lose like 0. Couple frames of pressing B on the no magic message. Nothing else. That's it. Okay? And then you don't need to care about it for the next of the thing. Yeah. It's actually it's a very legit strat. The only reason why I don't do it is because I don't want to lose those frames on the B prom. That's it. But honestly, it is probably the way to go strat. Without being sure? Yeah. Yeah, it lasts until the end. Marau! Yo, Jonas, how's it going? Come here, girl. There. That's the emote. Do the emote.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind...
Mentality wise, at this point, I'm disappointed, but I'm not tilted, angry, or anything. That's really good. That's really good. That's very good mentality. And it's what I always say on this game. Because you know that means you're also like conscious that you can still PV because of your Michael, right? And emote, yeah, that's the girl. Here emotes, yeah, those are more emotes. But yeah, we got a girl emote, which is this girl right here, Freya. Yeah, it's crazy how emulator suffers with that cutscene. I've seen that, and I actually see that on my emulator too. How that that cutscenes always lags a little bit. It's kind of a shame. Modes of both girls. Nice. Okay, one vision. You got really lucky there. Because you did a very open line and you didn't get seen by the other. But I'm glad you got the luck. Okay, I don't remember exactly. Have you ever got... What's the right line? Say that. Get bleeding walls as much as possible. You're always gonna get bleeding. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, you're correct. You won't always get bleeding walls. Yeah. Forward. And then to the side. Okay. Bone teeth. There you go. Here. Very close to the rifle pedestal. Yes! And then around on the right side of the soldier. Okay, compared to the... Yeah, because with this line... So you're going very far, so it's lower as well. You're doing a long circle here. And on the left of the soldier. This also increases the probabilities of the other bountif looking at you. Because there's more time where the line of sight can align with you. It's probably a small probability, but... Like, slightly bigger, but... It's more about the speed, honestly. But yeah, just be wary that the guy actually has collision. So you need to choose a side, okay? You can't go through the guy. Also, just question for you. Have you ever got... save file deletion here on your runs? Because I'm not sure, but I think the B is from save to load save. Not from memory card to choose save. But I don't actually remember. Wait, you got it here as well? Or you mean the skip? Like you never got the sanity effect? If you never got it, you're super lucky. Although I've seen it more on Roberto skip runs than on non-Roberto skip runs. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. I did not get it here. Maybe on the next save. Could be. Yeah, like if you get it on the next save, that means you don't get the skip. And the skip, it's only once. Once you skip it once, you don't never anymore. So if you get it on the next one, that means that's not the skip. So we'll see later. Okay. I can double check. Hang on. What does she do? Yeah, there you go. So the cancel is from load/save here. AVA, I guess. That cancels the effect forever. Never done it correctly. It happens, especially with this game. There's so many AVA, BVA, slide from A to B. And then like where you do all of those. Yeah, that was a good menu. Yeah, and reacting to that, very good. Yeah. Yeah, and the muscle memory on that is always hard because of the assignment. Because I think we runners are so used to every time we do free cast, we're on inventory menu. So we need to scroll and then it's the first spell. But every time we do it after, you know, an assignment, we actually already are on a spell and we need to adjust to the first spell. And I got that as well. Like it's so hard to get rid of it. Okay, you target here. Have you ever got caught by this guy? Like, fail a shot? Don't think so? Okay. That's fine. Is that a place where you should move a bit first? I always do it. Like, on the amount of runs I've done, I failed that trapper like 3 times before I started moving. Like, micro movement. That pretty much the same you do on Lindsay. For some reason, that makes it never fail. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it gets cancelled once, and I'm pretty sure it cancels forever. Like, let me check if I do it. You know, I'm very. If I don't do it, then it cancels forever. We should be good to go. Yeah, it cancels forever. Yeah, once you cancel it, it can never happen again. It's kind of like explosion. It's that kind of sanity effect.
Happening.
Cat ASMR. And there's the sound. That's the Japanese sound. I don't really know what happens. I think it's only on Japanese. There's this weird sound that always happens before Black Guardian. It's like something like that. It's so subtle, but it's there. And I don't know why it's there. It's so weird. Yeah, there's some precision there in order to avoid the ball. I never avoid that projectile anymore. Yeah. So that's because you're waiting for the damage. So either you're waiting too much or you need to adjust your dodge a little bit. Streaming horror games. It's because one. There you go, Chet. Like, as long as you see Peter being red, you can cast. There you go. Yeah, and I do take it more diagonal. Yeah. Go, Chet.
Help me! Please help me! I can't get the blood out!
If we had enough magic on Roberto's keep, we could actually move on that cutscene probably. Because we still summon a trapper later to cancel that one. I wonder if we can... Maybe with Magic Pool, because a lot of the time I end up doing Magic Pool anyways. Might need to take a look at that. Like, on this route is unreliable because getting a trapper on the passage is really painful. Yeah, no, I think it's better not to learn. For any level. We actually, like, we discarded because we don't know how to deal with the trapper.
Wherever disaster and death lurk.
You almost have no way of predicting where it's gonna be. So right now I'm just thinking about it because on Roberto's keep, we summon an extra one on the basement. So that will get rid of the previous one. But there's the problem about magic. That Roberto's keep has tight magic on Alex. because of all the shenanigans on the piano. But maybe a magic pool will do it. I don't know. I need to take a look at that. But yeah, I should probably move it to obsolete strats. Or put a note on it. On the tricks thingy. Okay, what do you got music here? What happened here? You target? Okay, you can get a slightly faster turnaround, and this is... I am scanning for these fuckers here. Yeah. This is also true for a lot of turnarounds. When you can use an enemy to turn around, it's usually faster. So there's a lot of turnarounds you can do with R. So here, for example... Let me see how this looks. Maybe I'm just making it up. How much time? I wasn't sure where. Yeah, it's like so subtle. But here I'm actually targeting this zombie, the one that is close to Michael, on the turnaround. That gives me a better angle after picking the item. Okay, it's something very, very subtle. Also, you can see here we have different tilts on the camera. We still don't know why this happens. So I have like tilted this way. You have it tilted this way. It's so funny. Nyungis, nyungi lungis. Yeah. Well, this extra damage doesn't really matter. Now I think about it, because we next is the horror. It's gonna leave you on 0 anyways. That's fine. Okay, one stop. There's no target running here. One at most. Okay. By doing this first one, this is already a target running. This is your first target running because we're doing speed storage. That one is enough for the trapper to always work. Okay? Now, if you want to feel safe, you can do one more. Close to the trapper. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. So this is a message for current Nono, not for past Nono. Okay? Same here. I know you're scared. You shouldn't. But fair enough. It's alright. And yeah, here you're waiting a lot, but I understand it. I think the time you got fucked here with a very late zombie, it's probably an emulator thing. Like, it probably was lag. So it's something that will probably stop happening on console. But for now, it's totally fine that you wait an extra bit. Very good there. Ooh, unlucky. Sneaking a bit here to try to get magic up, even though I probably never have. No, you actually have more than enough. You have more than enough. Okay, so what you should do here, there's no sneaking, okay? Never sneak. Always just run. Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, we'll see it later, but what you do is you run the farthest you can. You actually want to be farther than this. You want to get as close as possible to the barrier. And then you can just circle around to get magic, okay? You want to be closer than this because this is gonna let you run through the horrors faster. Here you got hit because you were too far away, okay? Because that was an on-target attack. That wasn't supposed to hit you. Even though those sometimes hit you. But this one, I think in particular, it was probably because you were too far away. Okay, so you want to get closer. And while you're getting closer, you're going to get more magic. Okay? But yeah, the most painful thing about attacks, single attack, is not really the damage, it's the magic. So, we'll see. Yeah, that looks like just not enough for a shield, I think. Okay. You need to get familiar with the shield magic. You have enough magic here. You are extra walking, okay? Electricity run doesn't need a manip, right? No. No, there's no manips on Michael after horrors, okay? You are gambling. We're gambling. It's very, very hard. You can say it's like a 1%. Actually, no, you know what? On your route, it's 0%. Because you explode. You have a free minute. Okay? You will never see one. Yeah. Manips will actually fucked up your route, your magic route. I have effects though. And that sucks. If I get a bad horror bind fight, you know, with Roberto skip, I can actually get a thing. Michael is so fucking stupid on Roberto skip. You can just lose a minute if you want. And it doesn't depend on you. So, okay. So here. Again, branching out. If you are low on magic, you do the shield. Just do the shield. You can free cast it if you want to get some magic. But even if you don't get the multicast, it's fine. Okay? You just do a normal 7 enchant on the next room. Because you're gonna have enough magic there. This is something that I always say to runners. It doesn't look like it. It's very like, how to say it? It's not intuitive maybe. Or it's like deceiving. But waiting for magic takes a lot of time. Way more than you think. There's actually a calculator we have for that. Like to calculate the amount of seconds it takes to gain some magic. So every time you're getting more magic than you need, you are usually wasting a big amount of time. And we're talking like big amount of time, okay? Okay, but you did the multicast anyways. It's fine.
T-minus 3 minutes.
Okay, so we're getting to endgame. What's your Alex? One day we'll skip that. Was sloppy but not huge mistake. Okay. Be careful of things. Yeah. Nice. Pies was freaky? Okay. I'll take a look at it. Okay, magic looks pretty good. Demon Gmer. Yeah, on Japanese on English you can match A there. One of the cool things about this. That's a reveal. Don't sneak. Don't sneak. That's the point of doing the pool. So we don't have to sneak. Or is it not? Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. I'm talking like I'm sure. I shouldn't. When I'm not sure. Maybe I'm being confused by a different route. Just enough magic for all that. No, actually, I think we did sneak. Let's see. A mana pool. Then... No, we don't. Depending on the timing of it. That's the point of the pool. Kind of brain farted? Yeah, but that's fine. Yeah, the pull and the fade out on the stairs gives us enough stamina for Alex. She's actually one of the fastest characters as well. She has pretty busted stats. And strats as well, I guess. I like starting with the other pedestal first because it puts me closer to the fragment, but it's like it's a very, very small thing. It will make sense that I had bad runs where Alex ran out of stamina because I did double attacks on teleporters. Yes. Okay, let's talk about that. You're doing on target attacks. Okay. So my take, I think target attacks are better. That's my take for a couple reasons. So what are the benefits of target attacks on teleporters? So first of all, you will never rely on double attacks. Double attacks spend 3,000 stamina or 2,000. I don't remember. You have 10,000 in total, so it's a lot. And when you are below 3,000 or something, or a third, you start getting tired. So a double attack is a lot of stamina. Is this true for Pious? Yes. It's true for everything. The other benefit of target attacks is you can attack cancel them. Meaning, when you fail, you just enter the teleporter normally. Okay? A teleport cancel saves 0.3 seconds. So, if you fail an attack, you're losing not too much. Okay? And in the case of Pious, yeah, I feel... Well, in the case of Pious, it depends. Like, if you have good results with double attack, you can just keep it. But for Alex, I really recommend. It's also faster. It's like slightly faster. Because the up attack in Alex has a different frame data. And the animation actually matters which one you do for the teleporter. Like, for example, up head Kareem would probably be very slow on a teleporter. Because of the frame data. So here on Alex, what you do when you're coming from the front is you do an up attack. Okay? And it's actually easier. I find it way easier because you advance it. Alex moves forward more with a front attack than with a neutral attack. Okay? So your front Alexes will look like this. Well, yeah, this is not gonna be... Oh yeah, it is a front Alex. Let's see, if you're like that. And Alex actually moves forward more. Okay? So you just hold forward. The hard ones are the back ones. The back ones are like... You can try to do an up attack, but it's kind of tricky. Usually I just do neutral from the back. Like on number 4. Or I think I just do a neutral. Yeah, that's a neutral but target. Okay, so you're targeting, and you're still holding down. So if you miss it, you just enter the teleporter normally, and that's fine. That's better than doing a double attack on Alex, because double attacks are too expensive on stamina. I guess the only exception would be the part where you have a pool. There, if you want, you can do an on-target. But I honestly think it's good muscle memory to just do target once on Alex. What are your inputs here? Okay. Slide. So here we're going to do this on the strength. Menu is going to remember. Then on... So here you see I'm coming to the panel from the left side. So that way Alex turns around to the right. Okay? That way, when I turn around, I'm holding right on the thingy. And I'm holding that right while walking, not while running. Okay? So, holding right, slide from A to B. It will automatically choose the correct rune. Okay? The next chapter, the menu is going to remember. Okay? Because there's always gonna be at least one frame in your slide. There's no way you slide faster than a frame. And one frame is all you need to do it. Okay? Just be sure to always hold the direction that is correct. So you turn around in that direction. Okay? That's also true for Edward panels. A lot of Edward panels. For when you do 100%. Okay? It's not true for the next Alex panel. The number 2 one. Okay? Because you need to scroll twice. But it's actually true for the Celota one. The number 5. But I think it's the other direction. I don't remember. But it's the same idea for that one. Always stop your sneak before the electricity. Not after, not at the electricity, but before. So around here. It might look like you're not sneaking a whole lot, but it's usually enough. And you don't want to get any extra time to the electricity timer for an extra electricity, okay? So that extra right there is enough for the timer to spend more shields that you should, okay? On some combinations of portals, it doesn't matter because you have extra shields, but on some others, it does. Because we have little shields. Yeah, so there, for example, there you didn't do a double attack, but you also... I mean, there's no good backup there, okay? Except for a double attack, but that will spend your stamina. So if you do a target there, you just add a cancel, and you will save more time on a fail one. Very good explosion. Completely because I kind of figured that stamina. Yeah. That's good. I mean that's good on your part to stop doing that. So the next improvement would see how you feel with target attacks. The real it's important that you target as little as possible. Like it's almost like pressing R and A at the same time, pretty much, and do the direction. Okay. From the front one is easy because you are holding. From the other one, you just stop holding when you get to the thing. Like you're holding down and then just that. It's almost at the same time and it should just work. Okay, it should just be a target one. Like don't stop and target and then A. Okay, and that's also true for doors and for everything. Like I don't know if it has a buffer or something, but it pretty much always works. Oh yeah, and something about double attacks. Sometimes you don't even do the double attack, but if you match, the double attack gets buffer and you still lose the stamina. That's actually something that happens a lot with triple attacks on zombies. And it's one of the most common things that happens to casual players when they're doing combos. Is they just match A, and sometimes they just buffer an extra multi-attack, and they just completely burn their stamina. So sometimes you don't even do the double attack, but if you're matching A, you might still buffer the stamina loss. It's like one of the things I think developers... Okay, so here's the other thing. Here, it's the other way around. So we go a little bit to the left, I mean, looking at it this way, I guess to the right, and then you circle left to turn around, and then A to B. Or I guess, hang on. No, because I need to look from the camera. So never mind. So this is down right towards up left, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, devs like super nerf multi-attacks. Like they do half damage. I like going the other way around here. You might be scared of one of the trappers, and I get that. But the thing is, if you don't get scared of the trapper now, you're gonna get scared of the trapper on 6. And it's better to almost fully activate it now than after. Because now it's still activated, okay? But if you go the other way around, you can at least explode it. In both scenarios, you will activate it, but in one, you can get rid of it. In this one, you cannot get rid of it, okay? Now, if it's just a safe measure, it's fine. But yeah, multi-attacks, they do half damage. They spend a little bit too much stamina. And it's so funny and sometimes frustrating to see almost every casual player burn their stamina immediately because of them. Yeah, I don't remember from your runs as well. It could be a feeling thing, like how you're feeling. I actually did it like that for a long time, but now I try to go left because of that.
Intruder alert!
Intruder alert. And now a big show. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Yo, Osio, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Some fun mod problems or something else? Yeah, I remember having chokes like this a lot back in the day when I had to change my route, like my assignments route, like every 1 or 2 runs, every other PV, because Sir was such a genius. So I will have moments like that as well. Right? Totalmente random. La pasé muy bien. Nice. I'm doing alright. We're analyzing a run and verifying it at the same time. Submit it to the leaderboard. You see probably why I want to go for another PV. My mentality should be way better now. Yeah. Yeah, and the good thing is you got, you know, like, even though there's mistakes here, at least like you said before, you got the good Michael. That happens. Okay, if this happens, okay, so there's a backup for this. If this happens, wait until the next room. You switch to the old route. So in this room, you cast reveal and you free cast it. 7 spells are always faster free casted. Okay. Yeah, free cast. Yeah, 7 and I think even 5 spells. Yeah. The only ones that are, like, three spells are, you could say they're slower RTA or tight if your menu is pristine. They're probably faster TAS speaking. I'm not sure if a human can get to that level. I don't remember. It's also hard to time because you need to time it on console because post-loading time is slightly different, and I can't TIS on console, so it's kind of a hard question to answer. But you could say they're pretty much tied. Okay, I said this like 10 times. I'm gonna say it again. Work on your target running. I know. I know. And that's why you need to work on it, because that way your cover moments will still be better than this. Like here, for example, you're losing probably about 3 seconds to just casting an attack. But I get it. We all know how it feels to being close to a BB. Yeah, and then there's this fucking trick as well, so oh fuck. This fucking game, dude. Like for me it's easy to say these things because I'm not the one running. So, middle of the flower. There you go. I respect the adjustment. That's totally fine. This trick saves so much time that you can actually adjust a lot and still save big chunk. It saves a lot. It's a big trick. Yeah, no, this scratch sucks. I really, it would be so amazing if those 2 frames didn't exist. You know, if it only would be like, okay, you failed it, whatever. Go. My round. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at bios. Check out this bios. Oh boy. But I think you still save time on it, didn't you? Or not? I'm not sure. Oh no, wait, because I think that's oh no, wait, I guess it could be not gold but still save time, yeah. Bam, 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 jump, bam, bam, sam, bam, bam, sam, bam, jump, bam, bam, jam, bam, sam. Okay, what are we doing this? You have to attack immediately. You're losing big probabilities of fast artifacts here. No baiting? No, no, no. No, you attack immediately. First attack is always immediately. As soon as possible. This decreases your chances of fast artifacts a lot.
Your time to shine. Those sweet fast artifacts.
Look. There you go. You get attacked during the cutscene. You're invincible.
Be a nice guy.
This way, he's gonna attack you again after the cutscene, which makes him not modify his position, increasing the probability of a fast artifact by quite a lot.
That's a good start.
Then we get another. Then we get one. You might get hit, but that's fine. Because you're kind of close. But you see, it's kind of stagger him. Here I got unlucky, okay? But this is like a good positioning for
That's
high
enough of-
probability fast artifacts, okay? So that's something very, very key to the fight. By doing this, you're giving Pius too much movement. Okay? Yeah, here baiting is good. From now on. There's a couple of scenarios where you don't need to do it, which is when you're going upstairs and Pius is going downstairs. Or rather, if you're on the stair, this is the stair. If Pius is on an upper level than you, you can just attack him and he will fail his attack because you're below the hitbox, okay? So that's one of the scenarios where you don't need to bait an attack. At least with Alex. Yeah, because only with Alex you will hit Pius. So yeah, it makes sense. Ooh. Yeah, so by the position of Pius, this looks decent for fast artifacts on second phase. But probably not anymore. That was very tight. Cast ability because I felt it was getting hit too much. Yeah, that's fine. Giving Pius a free cast. He was the first one discovering it. It took him 2,000 years to discover it. First ED run 2,000 years. Yeah. The first speedrunner. Alright. GG, congrats, Nono. The reason why I'm proud of this is they totally fuck up my visual cue, but I still managed a quick kill. Yeah, that was pretty good positioning. That was pretty good position. So yeah, so just you already know this. You can get a 34. You can probably get a 33 as well. Which is 33 is the time when 33 is the time of the first run with free casts. And so it's kind of a good milestone. Now I actually curious if we ever did a run with this shit. Hang on. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm not casting anything there. What about the 30? I miss the lighting I have on this room.
So on that's rule number 1 of Max Guardian.
No, I guess it's not on a run. It makes me a little bit sad. There's no way he's on the 29.
Local record.
It's not on a PV, let's say. It's definitely on a run. I'm pretty sure it's on a run somewhere, but
Because I retime, I took a very closer look
I guess
to this whole segment.
Oh yeah, okay. So this was before.
And I just compared different clips and videos I had from low TADs and normal runs and stuff, and comparing everything very in depth. I think this is the fastest road.
Yeah, and on that time I would say road instead of route. All right, first of all, oh shit, I closed your run. No, that's not your. There you go. Okay. This the frame? This is the frame. That's the frame. Oh, I got rid of the other. I'm a dummy. I trust you, Nana, but I need to do my job. Okay. $26. GameCube emulator, Japanese, non CS. 22 hours. Okay. There you go. Now let's see. Max Guardian. Guardian. All out pull and better stress now. Faster Guardian for Max. Which era is this? Glitch meta, no. Black Guardian, no. Glitch meta. Undead glitch, no. Zombie clip, no. Cutscene storage, no. Documentation, no. Free cast, it could be here. Moving Max Guardian cutscene. Oh, this is probably not documented. Probably a streamable that I don't have. A streamable likes to die. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you as well for just running the game. I like to do this stuff in general. Is it on Tricks? I don't think it's on Tricks. Maybe it's on the deprecated part. Obsolete. Max. Moving Guardian intro 1 and 2. 2 doesn't have anything. 1 has a demonstration. Oh, I'm not showing the entire thing. Guess that happened to the runs I showed. Not with your run, with my runs. It's fine. Yeah, so we tested this a little bit. See, it would be cool. So this is what is this? This is a free enchant, so set up Reiko into free enchant, I guess. Then no magic message, then enchant into this fade out. Then get rid of the message on the next room and get a frame perfect no magic message. That one is frame perfect. This way you can move. By doing a pause and cancel the music. So I'm reloading there. And I'm walking somewhere. I'm walking towards the Guardian. So this pretty much just saves the time of the reload. But the setting up makes it kind of slower anyways. And I guess the time of walking if you get a bad Guardian. Oh, also is 1 hit less because we're enchanting. But yeah, the thing is the setup and all the menu takes a little bit too much. But yeah, the other one was cooler than this. The other one was cooler, but I don't know where it is. After adjusting the route for a normal fight, yeah. It had a soft look, yeah. Yeah, it's on an archive stream. For sure. Let's see. There's Summon zombie to turn inside Black Guardian. Moving in max cutscene 2. So with this we get the date. Again, we don't have this, but that's fine. At least we have the date. Okay. So 7 of 6. Where's the Eternal? I haven't updated in a long time, so it's at the end. Oh no, it's because it's one of the oldest ones. This is the oldest stream save of Eternal. Which is kind of crazy. This is just general routing and runs. 2019. It's so old. We also have like this is probably not too important, but this one is kind of an important one. This one is cinematic unload and sepia glitch. 2019. And then we had like low spell routing. Okay, so we're looking for 2020 7.6. Here's where I started doing like things. Frame perfect warm warp. Oh boy. I'm so glad we don't have to do that anymore. So do you know there is a warm warp? This is before FreeCast. There was a frame perfect way to do a warm warp. Now with FreeCast, it's like, you know, we have a consistent way. 7.6 or 6.7? 7.6. Alex Worm, the one with double trapper now? Yep. That one. What we would do is we would summon one trapper and then walk the trapper to the worm, and you need to like get rid of the trapper, you know, press start at the exact frame the worm captures the thing. So that way the worm would affect the trapper but not you. And then you're not trapped on the room, and you got the Sebi effect. Okay, random FreeCast optimization. Messing around with Brutch. Michael Bandskip. Could be one of these. Glad it's not on runs, yeah. You know the other thing that used to be frame perfect? Or was it a 2-frame window? It was a small frame window. Zombie Hover. And it had a very cursed setup for it. A very like Ocarina of Time-esque setup. It's on some of my individual level runs though. The thing is, we need to find the thing between a lot of trash of just routing and testing. Is that baby Freya? No. She's as small as now. She always has been small. Now this is just
Freya has like 7 or 8 years. So it is Freya though. I'm trying to get the ferret next semester. Oh yeah. Things are pretty hairy right now, yeah. Yeah, so here we will watch a cutscene. August, but I don't want to. Okay, I see. That was too early. And then you would do an attack, a magical attack, because the guardian, the guardian it's on the barrier, so you cannot shoot it. Okay, we summon like a different guardian with the cutscene. There's the guardian of the cutscene, and we like summon another one, which we can attack. Okay, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but we need to attack it. So it moves out of there, and so we can do a magical attack for that. Way too early. And then also do like we need enough damage so it would teleport. So we can do a magical attack and a shot, and it's like very close to the barrier actually appearing. So we don't have a lot of time to do that, and we need to do it exactly so it teleports out of the barrier. Otherwise, we're stuck. Well, something else about this one is that it's not saying. It's like scary. There's 2 guardians. We have like casting things. 3 guardians here. I don't remember. Backup, right? Spell timing. Guess I can hit it with. Oh, there's like no backup. I think I don't remember. I think I was trying to get a backup here. How the sparks behave. Hang on. Oh, this is here. Okay. Mm. Seven, 6. What's the name of this one? Random freecast optimizations. Practice, practice, practice. First round with freecast strats. Might be here. Do not go gently. That's a very good song. From Animals as Leaders. Number 4. Okay, that's practice.
It's redefined how man.
Come on, give it to me. Noise somewhere. I think it's this. No, that's skip. I think it's this jet. So this is on a run. 1, 2, 3. So I had a visual cue there. 1. This line, I'm counting like 3. Wasting spells or something. Because we need to get a no magic message, so we need to spend magic. Okay. So now, frame perfect. Nice. No magic message. Frame perfect. And then we come back and load 2 bullets. And then time this. Watch cutscene. Scroll down. That was a little bit early. But I got it. So, right there, just enough damage so it would teleport.
So there's
Where
two
are you
Guardians.
going?
Only one of them is the real one. This one. The other one, I think, teleports forever.
Inside your recovery.
It's nuts. It's nuts. But I'm
That's
like
awesome.
90% sure it's slower. Like, I think it's not even tied. I think it's just slower. I don't remember. I know I did the math at some point, but it's super cool. It's just that watching the cutscene and all that, it takes a lot of time. The setup is too big. That's the biggest problem.
2, 3.
Why does creating the second one do anything? It never materialized. Only one can teleport at a time. I don't really know how it works, but like, I guess only one of them is allowed to exist. And the thing is, you duplicate them, I think, by watching the cutscene or something like that. But the game doesn't handle well teleporting a second one back, something like that.
1, 2, 3.
Sir probably knows more details. But yeah, the biggest thing is that this part is frame perfect. Now, one of the cool things is even if you fail this, you have an enchanted weapon, which saves one shot. It's not too bad. Make sure to add the bot to your notes. Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Now we can probably
That
just
was frame
time
perfect.
this because this one actually has very good execution. But yeah, I remember it being really hard. Maybe it saves time on US, you know, where watching a pre-render takes less time.
Scroll down.
We actually need to watch 2 pre-rendered. I
That
guess.
was a little bit early. But I got it. Where are we going? Inside your recovery. Nice.
Yeah. Maybe we can retime it. Who knows? Maybe I retime it wrong as well at some point. And maybe it saves times. And it makes our lives more difficult on Max. Everything could be. You never know. Good to revisit things. Alright, chat. I'm just gonna copy this thing on the chat. Bam. So I can see it later. Chat, I'm gonna do a BRB. If it requires a retime, it's probably not even worth it. You never know. No, you never know. Yeah, probably not. But I'm curious. I want to know. I'm too curious. And the fact that I don't have the amount of time it saves or doesn't save makes me angry. Because for a lot of obsoleted ones, I actually have like the exact amount of time. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a BRB. I'll come back with Baldur's Gate. Just chill. But I need to go to the bathroom. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Nana, for letting me analyze your run. And all that.